Summertime is here. And sunny Florida, it's getting warm by the day. Now, those of us from Florida welcome these summer days. It's time for us to get outside and have a lot of fun. And those of you who are not from Florida are probably thinking, oh my God, this sweltering heat. Well, uh, us Floridians can tell you, you ain't seen nothing yet. The middle of summer gets to about the seventh level of Hades. It's so hot. uh, let's go ahead and talk about that. Yeah, I tell you, in the state of Florida, it does get hot in the middle of summer, and these days are already in the 90s. And like I said, we haven't seen anything yet. Uh, but let me start out this segment by saying, thank you for sticking with us. In the interim, before we start the production of our video series, we're going to continue to do this here. I'm going to continue to do the podcast. It's a fluid thing. The Contrast Project and the Contrast Project Lounge, we're constantly in flux. It's a fluid situation for us. We love what we do, and I love what I'm doing here, and I hope you'll stick with us. Let's talk about Florida. Let's talk about some of the fun things in Florida. You know, there are so many things to do. Like I've said many, many times, and so many people have, if you can't find anything to do in Jacksonville or North Florida or Florida in general, if you can't find something to do, you're just not trying. and I know that times are hard right now, and people's budgets are stretched to the limit. Well, the good news is there is a lot of things to do in and around Jacksonville, or a short drive, or probably right near your house within walking distance or bike riding distance. Plenty of things to do that are free, absolutely free. I know this for a fact. I live in Clay County now. This is my residence, but I spend a great deal of time in Jacksonville, in and around the urban core. That's kind of like my stomping grounds. And for me, for instance, just a few miles down the road, State Jennings National Forest. So much hiking there. The Baldwin Trail runs about 14 miles from Duval County into Clay County, and it's free. Bike, you can take your bike on it, or you can hike it. If there's one thing that you can do in North Florida, and in Duval County in particular, is go to one of the local public parks. There are more public parks in Duval County than just about any other place in the country, and that's a fact. So you can go on the City of Jacksonville website and find out where all the parks are. Um, they're all free to go to. Walk around. Some are small, some are large. You got Riverside Park, you got Memorial Park, plenty of places to go have a picnic. You can go to Memorial Park just about any day of the week, and there'll be dozens of people out there in the lawn sitting on a blanket having a picnic. A lot of people that work in the area go there to have lunch. Riverside Park, the same. Got a great big lake out there full of ducks and turtles and all this stuff. Great place to go get some peace for just a few minutes. Break up your day. Uh, Again, the free activities that are going on in town. The first Wednesday art walk downtown on Laura Street, up and down Laura Street, and some of the other side streets. The Lark is around the corner on Hogan Street. It's a beautiful little gallery meeting space, and usually during art walk there's something going on there, whether it be an art gallery or there is a runway model contest or showing, as it will, going on there this week, which will be the 1st of June. Also, you have the Corner Gallery, artist in residence, run by the lovely Miss Shawana Brooks, uh, over on the corner of the building, the Jesse DuPont Center. That's a wonderful place to go. Currently, there are art showings there that run, for a period of time. If you see it on, the Facebook, events pages, of course, you'll find the dates. The Carplus Manuscript Museum in Springfield, free to the public. It's a really cool building. The grounds are cool. There's ample parking, and when you're done there, you can always walk in the park. There's plenty of grass out there to walk around and get some sunshine, have some fun, family friendly, free. Several nights a month at the Cummer, free. They have picnics in the gardens at the Cummer, free. Riverside Arts Market in Avondale there, under the bridge. It's free, and it's really cool. If you're a food truck lover, well, food trucks are there. A lot of the vendors, and it's just fun to walk around, see people. You walk down on the river, and who doesn't love just sitting and watching the water flow? I mean, come on. And you can go there any day of the week, actually. I mean, you can go down there at the bulkhead and just sit there and watch the river. It's really peaceful. It really is. So if you want peace of mind, you want something free to do, you want to take your kids, there's that. There's always pop-up art markets and vendor markets and farmers markets going on. Oh, speaking of the farmers market over on Beaver Street, that's always a pretty cool place to go, whether you get anything or not. Not only is there a small diner there, but there's a seafood market and of course, all the fruits and vegetables up in there. And you can get some really good deals there. So, that's a thought. You can always walk on the riverfront. And coming up this summer, the USS Orlick will be open to the public. Of course, you can walk by and take a look at it now. I mean, what the heck? This past weekend, I enjoyed one of the best festivals in the world, the Jacksonville Jazz Festival. In fact, it is one of the largest jazz festivals in the country. Headlined by some real icons, Herbie Hancock and Miss Patti LaBelle. I went Friday night, and Saturday there was a bigger showing. Sunday there was a major showing. There's an estimated 65,000 people attended, so yeah, it was a big deal. It's free. There isn't a lot of people, but you can make do. You can find your spot, do what you want to do, and all is good. Then, of course, you have Springing in the Blues Festival down at the beach. Of course, these are once-a-year things, but I recommend them highly, highly. There at one time was the Welcome to Rockville, downtown. That has since moved down to Daytona. A lot of people are wanting it to come back, so let's wait and see. Cross your fingers. So if that does happen to happen, we'll let you know. We'll keep you posted. There's, so many things to do. The camping, you got Huguenot Park down at the beach on the far north side, Talbot Boneyard Beach, the Driftwood Beach. Everybody knows it as, the Driftwood Beach out on Talbot. You have, of course, Fort George Island, everything out there. There's all kinds of things to do there. Then you got Jacksonville Beach, you got Atlantic Beach, Neptune Beach, Ponte Vedra Beach. The list goes on and on and on. So, you go out, in Clay County, same thing. You got Keystone Heights. There's always something going on there. It's really nice. They have a crab festival there. If you can't find something to do in Northeast Florida, well, let me tell you one good way. You can start by looking at the Facebook events pages. Now, they're not comprehensive, but they are pretty good, and they can keep you up to date on what's going on, okay? Like I said, you might not find everything there, but it's pretty good. Another place to look, my first choice, of course, is Folio Weekly. Folio, of course, is by far, hands down, in my opinion, the best alternative independent magazine in the country. By far. And, I'm not just saying that because my co-host, Shelton Hall, routinely writes for them and has been writing for them, 22, 23 years. That's quite impressive. And highly recommended. The guy writes pretty good, I think. You can go on the Folio Weekly website, and they have an entertainment calendar. It's pretty comprehensive. Another one in town that's pretty darn comprehensive, is the one that has weekly events and what's going on through Create Jacks. They are an amazing group. Create Jacks is not only that, but you'll find some great photography on there. Absolutely great photography. Tony. And when you see Tony, tell him Tracy said hi. So look at those calendars, find out what's going on, and go check it out. Okay? Coming up next, let's see what's happening in the news. Well, there's so much going on in the news. Yeah, it gives me a bad taste in my mouth. The ongoing gun violence, the ongoing death by lethal weapon, the shootings, the mass shootings. There's just way too many. There's been well over 60 fatal shootings in Jacksonville alone this year, so far. And since our last episode, there was yet another mass shooting. An 18-year-old kid in Uvalde, Texas. An 18-year-old young man purchased an AR-15 and thousands of rounds of ammunition on credit, and proceeded to, at some point, shoot his grandmother in the face, steal her truck, wrecked it, and then scurried on over to the local elementary school, where he went inside a rear entrance door and proceeded to shoot the place up. 19 children, elementary school children, were killed, and 2 teachers. Crazy. And it's been reported that 7 911 phone calls came from a child inside the school that went unanswered for up to and beyond 27 minutes. It's roughly estimated that it's a good possibility that all the kids were already dead by the time the cops got around to getting in there. They eventually shot the guy in the head, but holy crap. There's video footage of the police officers standing around. There is verified, they were rumors, but have been verified by the sheriff, that some of the officers entered the school and pulled their own children out. There needs to be a federal investigation. Absolutely. Gosh, I get nauseated talking about it. But I got to tell you, it has become almost our norm, sadly, that we have to talk about mass shootings on the daily. I don't think a day goes by in these United States that someone doesn't get shot. I'm almost positive not a day goes by. And it's getting kind of goddamn annoying that we're having so many of these mass shootings. These mass shootings are ridiculous. These people are going in there and shooting up kids, and the one in Buffalo that targeted all the black people, hate. Just hate. Lord have mercy. We'll keep you posted. Next, we were discussing earlier the situation with Roe v. Wade and our right-wing radical, lump-headed Supreme Court justices being kowtowed by the evangelicals, obviously, to repeal Roe v. Wade, thereby turning over women's rights to the states, which is going to be a freaking nightmare. But beyond the essence of that situation in and of itself, I want to talk about for a minute the pro-choice demonstrators who demonstrated across the country. Thousands and thousands of people marched, carried signs, chanted, stood up for women's bodily autonomy, women's choice in the matter, trying to, uphold Roe v. Wade. The Democrats tried to uphold it, and it was, of course, blocked by, guess who? The Republicans. Those guys are fucking assholes. And I know some of the peaceful demonstrators here in North Florida, and some of them had a rally. I tried to find a video one of my friends took and couldn't find it, but you can find them, and you can find thousands of images of the protesters across the country, demonstrators. And they were met with opposition, of course, which is going to happen. But these demonstrators show up, and they're just as nasty as a snake, hurling insults and calling the women names and baby killer and all this stuff, and who would want to date one of those women anyway? And I mean, Jesus Christ, dude. Why do you have to be so goddamn ugly? I mean, these women are protesting for their rights of choice. Oh, sickening. We'll keep you posted on that too as it evolves. It's going to continue to evolve. The other thing that's in the news that really means nothing is the Johnny Depp trial. That's Peyton Place crap. I know it's a toxic relationship, and that in and of itself, the duality of it, the two of them obviously were toxic. So, I mean, given that, that's about as far as it goes as far as I'm concerned. It was just way too much of it in the news. It appears that both of them are guilty, and the judge just needs to throw out the verdict, I guess. Johnny Depp was, in one way or another, abusive towards her. She was abusive one way or another towards him. There's, taped. I mean, there's taped conversations, phone calls. I mean, the evidence is there against both of them, really. I mean, my uncle used to say they're fucked up as a soup sandwich. That may be the case. And don't get me wrong. Toxic relationships are no good, and they need to be dealt with. If you are in a toxic relationship, you need to get the fuck out. If you're the person perpetrating this, somebody needs to get a hold of you real quick and get you into therapy, or you need to get yourself into therapy, or if one way or another, the relationship has to be either mended or terminated. You're not helping each other. Not at all. Not at all. Well, that's about all the news I've got for right now. We'll continue this conversation in the next episode, which will be coming up real soon. I've got some local news that I want to talk about, and we'll get to it. What I have now is my closing thoughts. With all the, heavy stuff, we've been talking about, all the bad things in this world, and, just the everyday bombarding of bad news, and the shootings, and the recession, and the cost of gas and everything. I mean, it's stressing everybody out. What did I say at the beginning? Have fun. Do something healthy. Once a day. Do something at least once a day that's good for you. Eat a banana. If that's all you can bring yourself to do today, eat a banana. Take a short walk. Walk to the end of the driveway if that's all you can push yourself to do. Walk out into the backyard in your bare feet in the grass. If you ain't got no grass, well, find something else to do. Read a book. Read a chapter if that's all you can do. But once a day, just once a day, do something positive. Pray if that's your thing. Meditate if that's your thing. It doesn't take much to bring your level of stress down if you really concentrate. If you concentrate long and hard, bring that level of stress down. Calm yourself down. Try some deep breathing. Once a day, at least, something positive, something good, even if it's a bowl of ice cream, Listen, I know all these hard times that we're going through, it's just a mess, and sometimes you feel like you want to throw your hands up in the air and just say to hell with it, you know. But listen, in the meantime, take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, peace.